The Three Brothers from Galicia. A Spanish folktale. There were three brothers who had neither father nor mother, and her father had died without a will. They decided to go to the king so that he could distribute the goods among them. They went, and on the way the firstborn went first, the second went behind the eldest, and the youngest behind all. They found a man who was looking for a mule. He said to the firstborn, "Brother, have you seen a mule?" The firstborn said, "Was she one-eyed?" "Yes." "Then I didn't see her." Finding the second, he asked, "Brother, have you seen a mule?" This one said, "Was it gray?" "Yes." "Then I didn't see her." He found the third one and said to him, "Brother, have you seen a mule? Was she limping?" "Yes." "Then I didn't see her." Then he asked them where they were going, and they told him. And that man hurried ahead and went to the king's house, and there told what had happened to him with the three brothers. When the brothers arrived at the king's house, they asked him to distribute the goods to them. The king ordered a servant to give them a good breakfast, and to write down to him everything that they would say together while they ate. For breakfast they were brought a roast piglet and wine. The youngest said, "This piglet would be good if it hadn't been raised on louse milk." The second said, "This wine would be good if it wasn't made from seedling grapes." The firstborn said, "The king would be nice if he wasn't a bastard and the son of a Moor." That servant brought what was written to the king, and when he had read it, he sent for the person who had given him the piglet. The king said to him, "How did you raise that piglet?" The man said, "The mother pig died and we had a little bitch who fed her." Then the king called the man who had given him the wine and asked him, "Where is this wine from?" "It is made from seedling grapes." Then the king called his mother and asked her, "Whose son am I?" She says, "Egg, your father's son." The king says, "And who was my father?" His mother says, "It was a year in which there was a war. We were in Moorish land, and you are the son of a Moor." Then he asked the three brothers, saying to them, "How did you know the mule was limping?" He said, "Because I only found 3 footprints the whole way." "And how did you know it was gray?" He said, "Because I found some rolling places and there were white and black hairs there." "And how did you know it was one-eyed?" He said, "Because both sides were overgrown with grain and I only found it eaten away on one side." Then the king said to them, "And now I ask you, can you draw your father's picture on paper?" They said yes, and painted their father. When they had painted it, he gave them a pistol and said that each of them should fire a shot, and the one who could hit the best shot should receive all the goods. The oldest and the second shot at it. The last one didn't want to shoot. The king said, "And you, why don't you shoot at it? You see that it's not your father, but just his picture." The youngest replied, "That doesn't make any difference. I don't want to shoot at it." No matter how much the king asked, he would not shoot at his father, and the king said to him, "So the goods belong to you." All 3 of them returned home, and the youngest owned the goods, and the story is already over.